One really interesting piece of advice that really kind of stuck to me, and it took me a little while to really embrace this. So, being an entrepreneur, especially if you're raising money, can be a lot like being an actor. This was a really interesting piece of advice, is that people have good ideas. And even if you have a greatest idea and you go pitch it to somebody, whether it's a client or an investor or whatever, there's a lot of rejection, right? The rejection, this is the hard part, I think, for a lot of entrepreneurs. The rejection doesn't mean it's bad. You could have in your head, this is great, I'm gonna go raise money, and I'm gonna pitch this, and they're gonna be like, I don't get it. And it's like, no. And a lot of times it's just no. And you get a lot of no's, just like an actor does, right? But it doesn't mean, just like this voiceover, it wasn't bad.
No.
It just didn't fit what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Same thing with raising money, same thing with how that works. Unless, I think, honestly, that's one of the biggest things I've kind of advised people on is like, even you can have a great product, but unless the people you're pitching have a similar vision to you, or they've already thought about, you know what a problem would be? How do I do better at doing digital sales and games, right? Things like that. And if they're not thinking about that problem like you are,
they're not going to,
it's not going to speak to them. And it's a big hurdle then to kind of convince them. So I think you're going to get a lot of no's. You got to keep trying. You got to believe in what you're doing. But it's a lot more than just, I have a good idea, people are going to give me money. You have to find the people that believe at the same time and the same timeline that what you're solving is something they would want to solve, right?
Yeah.